back here at the 2025 Pan Am Senior Snooker Championship, our final match of day 2. Stephen Wong, who just broke off and unfortunately winning off the pack, giving his opponent Arif Mahmoud 4 points. This one's kind of tough to tell. Stephen is a U.S. national champion. Stephen does a lot of great work down at Embassy, but he's definitely been feeling the heat. A little raise of the hand, Arif apologizing for fluking that cannon into the red to hold nicely for the black. It's David Burney in the booth. Glad that you've been with us all day long. It certainly has been a hot day here in Sacramento. We're at the Aryan Snooker Club. It's a nice 100 degrees outside, and unfortunately their air conditioning is a little on the fritz here at the club, so that's why you'll see the players in the polo shirts. They've relaxed the dress code. Hopefully we can get the air conditioning going and get back to the proper attire of full dress. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to let us know. The chat is alive and active. Just scrolling over to cloudsnooker.com. It's cloudsnooker.com. That's where you'll find out all the results. We might be let off with that double kiss. But both Arif and Mahmoud, 2 victories here. So Jaya Pradhakar, the president of PAPSA, has 5 wins to the good, so he'll be the #1 seed out of the group. So these 2 players are battling to see who's #2 and #3 seed. 24 players of the total 48 will be moving on to the knockout phase tomorrow. It starts at 9:30 Pacific time. It's 9:30 Pacific. As the 2 and 3 seeds battle it out, as the #1 seeds earned a little bit of a lie-in, but then they'll be back at it. By the end of the day tomorrow, we'll be down to the final 4 to see who will get that chance to play at the famous Crucible Theatre in Sheffield, England at the World Seniors Championship in May 2026. Steven's got torted his bridge hand quite irregularly, but kept it quite steady. Arif with a slim advantage in this first frame. It's best of 3. Arif does come to us by the way of Chicago. He spars a little bit with Zai Sheikh down here at the Nashville Snooker Academy. So he's got a good cue ball here. And he's got that pink into the left middle. Red blocking the path for a black. Stephen in his great room, the Embassy Billiards Club down in San Gabriel, California, will be hosting their classic tournament, the Embassy Open, in November, running, I believe, from the 17th to the 20th. I believe he's put up about 10,000 for the winner. So there still might be room to enter that tournament. Good opportunity here for Stephen to score heavily. 2022 U.S. national champion. And he almost won it again the following year when it was hosted at his room. He came across a tough competitor in Darren Taylor. Black into the top right corner. Just wonder if he has a pathway for that red closest to the top right corner. It should sneak by. Interesting that he's just putting his chalk on the cushion there. I feel personally that would disrupt my eye line. Yeah, we're going to have some heavy hitters in the knockout round, but right now Igor Figueiredo how's the high run of the tournament so far at 1-4-1. Mid-range red. Well, Stephen could be a dark horse. Hasn't fared greatly with the heat. Well, no one really has. Everyone has found it a little bit uncomfortable. Pink's going to block the path for that red left of it. But he still does have a pathway for this red that he's close to. As you can see in that picture there, it goes nicely. Will it drop? Oh, he's just broken down on the black. Good little 32 break though. The 2022 U.S. National Champion. Can a reef capitalize on that mistake? Okay, he's got a good angle on the yellow to come back down table. Actually, the pink is obviously blocking the path for that red to go into the top right, so I might just have to stun down below it. Or just gingerly cannon into the pink like he's done to hold for that red into the left middle. That's exactly the kind of response that a reef needed to do. And that red will go by that red, as we can see in the pictures there. Just stun up for the black. Some check side. Took away the angle that it was going to go naturally up table. Just nicely on this red. Very tricky going along the top cushion. Definitely looks easy on your TV screen, but these are difficult pots. Some pace made it that much more difficult, and it's giving Steven a chance. It's a mid-range red. Electing the blind cut in this top right. A bit more difficult, but doesn't need to use a rest. Played it with beautiful precision, nicely on this black. Past the yellow. That is the question. Looks like it does. Steven is eyeing it up. Oh, we almost went in off too. Both players going for it in this first frame. They both know that they're going to be going on to the knockout phase. But there's a sense of pride, whoever's second or third seed. As a Jayaprat Hawker won this group with a match scoreline of 5-0. He'd love to be a left-hander, or at least ambidextrous. He's going to be needing the rest for this red. Not a lot of the green pocket that's open. That's actually on his side, so. And Arisa, one of the taller players on the circuit here, so he might just have to get the little mini butt extension. There he is, applying it to his cue just to give a little bit more lumber. The first things I was told when I started playing snooker, never stretch. And the players have all the equipment to make sure that doesn't happen. At least he gave it some pace there, that it just didn't rattle in jaws and sit there. Rattle enough and then was spat out. And what a shot there. Great two-way shot. As Arif examines his next shot, let's just take a look at that replay. Played it like almost going in, but just a great amount of pace that he's nestled right behind the black. So. Nice hit by Arif. Doesn't even look like he could be taking this on into the top right. Oh, he's miles off there. Just might be late day fatigue. It's warm here at the Aryan Snooker Club in Sacramento, the capital of California. Kind of a staple of the wild, wild west. I'll be happy with that one, but Steven just coming over to mark it with a little bit of chalk just in case it needs to be reset, so it isn't a foul in this situation. But just as you can see there, greatly a little fraction of left side. Come off the cushion and kick it to the left. However, where's everything going to land? And he's not happy with that result. So he's got a good opportunity here now for red. No colors are safe. Just waiting for a player at the adjacent table to take their shot. As you can see in the background there. Certainly thought about it. Used all the jaws there and dropped. It's a natural angle to come up for the yellow on this pink. It's got to run for him a bit more, bit more, bit more. Loved a few more inches of roll. This yellow obviously is cuttable to its own pocket. It's just very thin. I think he's just going to opt for the snooker here. Just get tightly behind that brown, stun into the yellow. So, slim 3-point advantage for Arif in this first frame of a best of 3. Against Stephen Wong. Attempt number 1. Looks good. Ooh, just missed by a fraction, and that will be going back. It's definitely lived up to the billing. Both these players neck and neck. Only 7 points separates them. This is a much better second attempt by Stephen. And the black has come to his rescue. So yellow is not going to be going into the top left corner. Great shot there by Arif. See him back into a snooker, put him tight to the bulk cushion. There's not many worse places to be on a snooker table. Maybe if he was tight to the green, but this is ugly. Unless he was able to get it, but unfortunately he's left it on for Arif. That triangle to come up for the green. Heart was in his throat, definitely thought about it. He was a little bit careless. I needed get that much space. These are slick tables, but the first time both these players are playing on the TV table. Actually, don't know if either of these players have been on this side of the room. This side of the room is a little bit quicker as it's a little bit cooler. The other side is enduring a lot of the heat. Some tables might be a little sluggish over on the west side of the room as opposed to the east side. So just 9 points in it, but 25 on the table. Reef will need up until the blue to get us to the snooker's required stage. Ooh, didn't see that coming. And off. Don't want to get. That's a potential free ball. After a foul is committed, if a player cannot see both sides of their object ball, and in this case the green, a free ball is awarded, so the red, or the brown I should say, acts as the 3 ball. Those are always tough. As much as you think ball in hand, ball color on its spot, you see those ones miss so much into the side. Steven can breathe a little easier. Didn't get punished heavily there. Could have been lights out for him. Just missed, but didn't sell it out. Gave it a good firm pace, so if it did rattle in the jaws as it did, it would spit out and wouldn't sit there. Given a mid-range shot here for a reef. It certainly is there. Just has to hold his nerve. Reef done. He's giving Steven a long green into the yellow pocket. And if he's able to make this green just stun into it, so hold position for the brown. Both players just missing golden opportunities to put this frame to bed. Trying to get behind that brown and blue wall. Unfortunately, just a little short of pace. Steven can get by the pink to make contact with the green. Steven's trying to use that blue and brown wall, and he is successful. He's got the snooker. Good hit, but he's left it on. Steven can just gingerly put this in. Just maybe a little stun shot to hold for the brown in the opposite middle pocket. Oh my goodness. Did he get a kick there? That's a colossal mistake there. Steven smiling ear to ear, but that's not a smile of happiness. He can't believe that. Just doing his best Christian Younger's impersonation over there, just saying, wow, wow, wow. You know, got a second chance on a thin cut. That's a bit better. So he didn't get really punished for that huge miss on that last green. So a thin cut on this brown. It's got to come around. Doesn't want to hit into the pink or black. A bit more pace. Things are just slowing down a bit over the course of the day. And the heat having issues as well. Still's got the blue to the yellow pocket. Steven just taking a look at the scoreboard. See with Steven, he doesn't power it either. He's, you know, very soft shots and gets what he needs to do usually. Unfortunately, not on that previous shot. So blue and pink is all the Reef needs to get the first frame and be one more away from winning the match. It's got to keep running or pull up. Oof, just in the middle there. The pink does go to the top left corner pocket. Just has to be a little mindful of, you know, don't get too careless on putting all your attention into that pot. Just make sure you don't put your cue ball into the bottom of the other corner pocket. Wow, very nice pink there. So Reef Mahmood takes that first frame by a scoreline of 64-47. We'll be right back with a second frame of our final match of day 2 of the 2025 Pan Am Senior Snooker Championship. Beck, Arif Mahmoud set to break off frame 2. Victorious in the first frame. Like to get that same result in the second frame. Well, if you see, he'll sleep a little bit better knowing that he's a second seed battling a third seed. So the top 3 from each group move on. 8 groups of 6 players. 48 in total. Half the field will be going home by the end of today, which we're getting very close to. This is our final televised match of the day. Wasn't Stephen's best shot. Sure what happened there. He as well has one of these portable little fans, battery operated. If you're out in the Sacramento area and you can get a hot tip on those little fans, you'll probably get a gold mine over here, as there's all these players are looking for the best possible way to cool down. Abdul, the owner-operator here at the Aryan Snooker Club, has informed us that he does have a team working on the roof to fix the air conditioning, so hopefully that can happen in time for tomorrow for the knockout phase leading up to the Open Championship. It's tough going over all those balls. Unfortunately, that red near the yellow pocket's kind of in the way. It sure looks like that red would slowly and carefully slide past the yellow and get in the yellow pocket. Nice cut by Stephen, unfortunately. Just pushed too much into the black. Left that long red for a reef down by the yellow pocket. See able to make a good. Oh, but he's a bit fortunate. Yellow's come to his rescue. It's a shot he'll make every day, but not every day you're playing in a prestigious tournament like the Pan Am Senior Snooker Championship with it all on the line. Chance in the World's Seniors Snooker Championship in Sheffield, England at the Crucible Theatre. That's what they're playing for, and also $4,000 for first place, $1,500 for second, $500 for the semifinalists, and $250 for the quarterfinalists. So players will be, happy with the money, but money does come and go. They'd really love to be walking down those steps. As anyone that picks up his snooker cue, someday that is the dream. And it's becoming, I wouldn't say easier in the Americas, but the opportunities are there. In the past, Players would have to fly all the way over to England on their own dime, playing a tournament where there was no prize money. Winning the tournament would just get you into the tour, and then you have to start winning to produce the results and get some money. So he's got a few open here. Arif. Smart move, taking up the higher red. It's got the natural angle, obviously pushing out table. Twixt in between, and I think the black has blocked his potting path for that green. He's having a real long look at it. Oh, very nicely done. That was definitely dangerous, but great technical ability in this game, but it's up into the other side of the brain and get creative sometimes. Can help you a lot. Just ran on a bit too much there. Opportunity for a reef here. Put a good break together. It's up in the match, 1-0. Just needs one more. Nice soft little stun. It's got the black into the top left corner. Also got the blue into the left. Boy, he'd like that red to get away from that top left corner. Fortunate enough for him, he does have this red into the top right. That was a great shot if that red was away. Had a beautiful red just below the pink spot. He's got a nice angle on this pink. Looks like it just to stun down for that red that's near the top left corner. He's definitely got a red as well to the top right corner, going through the path. He's got the black to the left middle. It'll take some good cueing for Stephen to punish a reef for that missed black. So red nicely onto the top left corner there. Only problem is he's got to deal with that cushion. As you can see, his bridge hand. It's very uncomfortable. He's going to be leaving that for a reef. A reef will obviously have to contain with that cushion as well. Good opportunity for a reef here. Put up a substantial break, extend his lead in a frame he'd love to take to win the match. He's just thinking about that red. 8 break extends his advantage by 29 points. But Stephen. A few surprising misses by the 2022 U.S. national champion. Reef sizing up this plant here. We'll see when you got space between the two balls. Makes it a lot more difficult. Nice to see a lot of fans in the chat giving some much love for the REN Snooker Club. They are doing their best, obviously. Who could have seen that this would have happened? That obviously scorching heats. We still are in the summer, but getting close to the end, it definitely tends to cool down. I think there is a subtle little heat wave here in Northern California. And when we're inland, it's a lot more warmer than if we were out on the coast in San Francisco. Everything was fine just a few weeks ago when Jay came in from San Jose. The president of PAPSA did a little survey of the room, make sure everything was up and up, and it was very cool when he paid a visit there. But unfortunately, Murphy's Law, when things just break down, they break down. golden opportunity to continue extending his lead, but 23 advantage. Do appreciate all the chats and comments in there, but let's keep it clean, everybody. Keep it focused on the snooker. Sometimes it's a great place to debate and questions and comments. Was off by a country mile, and he's not going to get reprieve behind that blue. So mid-range shot here for a reef on this red. Don't know if that's bounced up enough. Don't think he's high enough. Shot to nothing. That blue went in. He might be in a bit of world of trouble. But it's made it a little annoying there for Steven. Steven can hit a red. But just where are the cue ball going to end up? That's the question. Very nicely done by Steven. Almost by a tap on the table. That's got to hurt. That's 6 foul points towards Steven. He sometimes seems like on a few shots he pops up like a Pop-Tart. And on that foul shot, Steven can put his opponent back in. for a reef. Might be a little gap in there. Obviously, red on the right side is open for Stephen to hit. Very nicely, judge of pace. For all you snooker fanatics out in Michigan, looks like I'm hearing some news hot off the press that they're going to be opening up a new snooker academy out there in the great state of Michigan. So keep abreast of that. I'm pretty sure if you reach out to the papsa.org webpage or even the governing body here in America of Snooker USA, it's the homepage for the USSA. They'll be sure to let you know when any new academy room or snooker place opens up. So great to see in the lovely state of Michigan. So definitely a lot of things are popping up in the snooker world. A lot more rooms open up here in America and north of the border in Canada. Professional World Snooker Tour would love to get an event back here in North America. Many moons ago they did have a Canadian Invitational event played in Toronto in conjunction with the Canadian National Exhibition. Didn't want the Ken in the black, and he's opened it up. It's a good chance for a reef, just for that red just sitting there. This 28-point advantage. Definitely to get a lot more reds off the table with colors. Got a nice angle on the brown. Near the end of the day, it's starting to get busy in here. There's a few of the customers are coming to their usual club. His heart skip a beat there. Red just using that bottom jaw to find the bottom of the pocket. Reef finding it now. So often we see once they get a few shots in, the car is definitely revved up and humming along. Unfortunately, that cue ball is just, as you can see, maybe an inch, maybe even half an inch off that cushion. Just makes it so much more difficult. Reef will do what Steve Miller did and take the money and run. And ooh, what a result there. He just wanted to put distance, but amazing enough, he's got the snooker. So 37 point lead with 35 on the table. Oh, obviously, the snooker's required. That's just a foul, not a miss. Thin cut. Arif is definitely going for the juggler. There's potential of a safe shot that he could have played there. Maybe tried the red into the yellow pocket. Obviously there was a threat of the in-off, but that thin slice there. Oh, and there's the handshake there. So Arif Mahmoud, kind of a little bit of an upset, but Stephen maybe just feeling the heat in the room. Not vintage Stephen Wong that we've known to see. But that's going to conclude day 2 here at the 2025 Pan Am Senior Snooker Championship here at the Arian Snooker Club in Sacramento, California. It's been a warm day. Hopefully things get fixed in the room and it's a nice cool environment when we get into the knockout phase starting tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. I think there might just be a couple matches still in play, but take a look at cloudsnooker.com. That's cloudsnooker.com to see how the knockout round is shaping up to be. And we appreciate all your viewership and comments, questions, and everything you guys have done to make our stream just so much enjoyable. We appreciate that and hope you enjoyed lots of fun stuff that happened here. Some stuff I've never seen before on a snooker table happened today. Can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. So this is David Burney over here in Sacramento from the Pan Am Senior Snooker Championship saying good night everybody, take care, and we'll see you bright and early 9:30 tomorrow morning.